Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning, 7 a.m., 7 days a week. Y'all, 2020, leap year, we leaping, right? If you are listening to this in another year, congratulations, you missed the leap year. I'm fine. But nah, in all seriousness. So our topic for the leap year is love. I know I hyped that all the way up because not people anticipating it, but it's love. It's an extra day to love on somebody, y'all. Come on, man, y'all. I mean, people sitting here, they need some extra love, okay? A lot has gone on in the hometown, nationwide. Just love is needed everywhere, okay? But I do think that I would not be doing it justice if I didn't break down love for y'all, okay? So let me properly break down the word love, all right? We have L. L. L is... Oh, excuse me. L is for listening, okay? L is for listening. Relationships, non-relationships, whatever the case may be, people love to be listened to. When you just sit there and you just listen, and when I say listen, that means the appropriate feedback is required, okay? So this is how I know you're not listening, because I've done it before. I'll sit there and, you know, how people try to be told out on stuff. Better yet, give you a prime example, a better example. I used to be in a relationship where they were fascinated with the TV. I mean, it was like hooked on phonics, okay? Anytime that TV was on, their eyes was glued to it. And I would be talking about some real stuff, like some futuristic stuff, like, you know, hey, I'm really thinking about doing this, and that. And so I'm sitting there and I was like, let me try this. So, sitting outside at a restaurant, not outside, but sitting at a restaurant, we're out to eat, that's what I was trying to say. And I was like, you ain't paying me a doggone piece of attention. Some of these restaurants, they need to get rid of the TVs, man. They're killing a lot of relationships. So I'm saying, I'm going to say something out the way and see what your answer is. So I was sitting there, I was like, So, you said that you was going to give me $500. I mean, I just threw it right in the middle of my conversation. It was like, yeah, So later that night, I was like, oh, by the way, when you gonna give me my $500? And it was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, my money. You agreed to pay me. Well, I didn't even listen to a word I said, man. You just heard that my voice went up in a questioningly way, and you said, Nah, okay? You gotta listen, y'all. It's so important to just listen, especially when you say you love them, okay? You gotta listen. When you love your family members, you gotta listen. Now, a lot of times, let's talk on the family member situation, all right? A lot of times, we know some family members ain't right, and some family members just hit it. They just want to hear themselves talk, okay? But still listen. I ain't say you gotta apply it, but you can listen, right? I've always had an open phone policy, where if you just needed to vent, I'm just there. I walk with a kid in a heartbeat that just felt like their heart is so full, and I just walk and I said, go ahead and talk. I'm not going to say a word until you give me permission to. But you obviously just need to talk. And I'm here to listen. Because a lot of times we don't listen to kids. Like, especially with today's society, everything is so, it's so dialed in and so fast. They're actually growing up before they have to. And so, I mean, YouTube, thank you, because now my nephews just watch other kids play. It's the weirdest thing ever. So, we gotta listen to them, because some of these kids, they having real world problems, and I'm confused, because I was like, I thought you was a kid. Help me understand. Maybe I didn't get the memo that you're an adult now and you're having human adult problems. But legit, some people really and truly are. So some kids, they just really need to be heard. a lot of kids, they bring other things to school, and it's just any and everything. Literally, any and everything. Stuff you never thought that you would have to explain to a kid at this age, or at any age, you got to now. It's getting to that point. Parents, this is just shout out to y'all to let y'all know. Homeschool your kids. I'm just playing. But no, in all seriousness, listen to kids, because they have a lot to say. Even sometimes that just helps them channel their emotions, okay? There are some kids who are overly emotional and some kids who are under emotional. I like to consider myself under emotional growing up, because I was over everything. I truly was. I was like, if y'all ain't in my head, in my world, I ain't got time. Y'all won't get it. But that's just how I was. Okay. So listening. Ooh, that's a part of communication, though. We gonna work on the communication, y'all. We gonna work on it. So then you work into O. O, which is for excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. That is so rude. O is for obstacles. Okay. So anytime, you can go test it. Anytime you tell somebody, I love you, okay, or you be like, I think I like you very strongly, but a little cutesy way y'all might say in a relationship, there's gonna be some obstacles. It's like, soon as you say it, like, boom, check coming, y'all both looking at each other like, who about to pay you? But like, seriously, there's some obstacles that's gonna pop up out of the blue, and you can be like, dang, where'd that come from? That wasn't happening when we just liking each other. But now that I have a stronger connection to you, there's some things that have to come up, okay? There's some conversations that need to be had, like, all right, do you like to sleep on the right side of the bed or the left? Like, in a relationship, that's important, because you both can't sleep on the right side. Anyways, and so you have to understand that things are going to come up in your family lifestyle. Like, you genuinely love your family. Not everybody does, but most people do. There's been family arguments, family debates. Now we got family court. So there's been obstacles that has been coming in between the love. But that's just because we live in a society that wants to tear love apart while give you love at the same time, okay? Because we love the love holidays. We love Valentine's Day and Christmas and proposals and weddings, but at the same time, we want to rip you apart, okay? So it's a contradiction to love, but we got to understand, once we can understand that there's some obstacles, we can definitely overcome anything in our relationships and our love life, okay? Because love is so beautiful and it's such a great thing. So you got to listen. Then you got to understand there'll be obstacles along the way. Then for the V, you have to understand that there are various types of love, okay? People are going to love in different ways. They're going to love in different styles, different capacities. There's just, love varies so much, okay? When someone, even the word love varies, okay? Like, which I found it really funny. When I'm talking to a little kid, I genuinely mean that I love you. Some adults, I kind of just say it. But it's not as a strong connection is, okay? Like, yeah. So most people don't know there's like the agape and all these other type of loves. But there's various types. Do you know your love language? All right? If you don't, go online, take your test. Take a test with your partner. Take a test with your coworkers, okay? That way they know how to love you, because you have to love everybody differently, y'all. I can't love Johnny the same way I love Brittany, okay? They're two separate people. Their love language may be the same, but there's some small little details that you have to pay attention to. It is important that you know what type of love you're giving someone and their love language, all right? Especially in relationships, marriages, and all that business, okay? You got to know the difference and be acceptable of it. Understand, you're like, you know what? I really have strong feelings for you, but I don't think our love languages are going to allow each other to love each other the way we need to in our full capacities. Now, it's something you can work on and over the years develop a beautiful relationship, but sometimes it's just really hard for people. So if you are, more so focused on I'm trying to remember all the love languages categories that they kind of pull out. But some people are more like touchy-feely. I'm going to just use my terms. They're touchy-feely, so they have to be touched and hugged and kissed all the time just to understand they're loved. And then some people like me, you can love me from a distance. And I tell people that a lot of times, especially them little, when my nephews get on my nerves. I be saying, love me from a distance, okay? Because when they done wrong, they just want to snuggle up under you and whatnot. So, I love to say that. That's my little phrase. Y'all can borrow it, but just know that's my phrase. I tell people all the time, love me from a distance. Because, a lot of viruses and stuff going around. I ain't got time for that. So, I don't need to be hugging up on nobody. And I'm good. And two, like, I'm not a real big hugger. I'm trying to grow into it, like I said before. And it's coming around, y'all. So, understand the various types of love, all right? The various types, the various forms. Now the E. The E is for energy. OMG. Their energy that can be felt in a genuine, wholesome, beautiful love is deadly, all right? It's straight brutal. Nobody wants you to feel that, okay? You'll be unstoppable. Right? It's kind of like, everybody say, oh, like that Jay-Z and Beyonce love. I don't think Jay-Z and Beyonce even got this energy. Not even Sierra and a man. Oh my gosh. Seahawks. Forgot his name just that fast. Forgive me, Russell. Sierra and Russell. So it's not something that honestly I don't think many people untap yet. Like, people probably say it'll be those couples just because they're in the forefront, they're in the tabloids, and they're in the magazines and all this stuff. But honestly, that's not. You're just seeing one part of the relationship. You don't see when it's behind closed doors and all that stuff, right? So you gotta have a certain energy. Like, bringing a lot of negativity into a relationship will bring you down, right? I got a lot of friends that can attest to that. Okay, they sitting there, they was like, man, I'm sitting here, I was lashing out on my kids and whatnot, and I ain't been feeling like really energetic to do my work. But I'm telling you, okay, me, I try to bring a positive energy, a positive vibe into my relationships, okay? Because when I'm in a relationship, work relationship, friendship, love relationship, or romantic relationship, they become my tribe. They become a part of my tribe, okay? And I love vibing with my tribe. So I bring that positivity. And the moment you get beside yourself multiple times to a point where I see in a trend, I'm going to remove my positivity and let you stay in your negativity, okay? And trust me, a lot of people are missing my energy and my vibe right now. But I'm not the one that's going to be sitting here faking it, okay? All right? So, once you understand that you have to listen, okay? That's the language you can even say, all right? Listening, communicating. That there will be some obstacles along the way. Anytime the word love is used. There's various ways to love someone and various love styles. And that the energy that a true, genuine love can bring is dangerous. You'll be set on the path to love, all right? I don't think I can beat love in the head anymore, but I'll bring it to some other ones, trust me. Because love is a universal language. It can be understood in any form or fashion, okay? It can be in helographics or it can be in Braille. And love will still be translated into the same thing, okay? And it's very important that someone every day hears that someone loves them. And that's why every time when I close my podcast, I always want to let people know in the world that I love you, okay? And this is genuine. It's not like, the little fake stuff, okay? I genuinely love you. Now, some people, you're just you got to show me type people. And I've tried, but nobody wanted to take the bait. So that I don't think that's really on me. That's not on me, baby. So, as always, if nobody has told you that they love you today, know that Becky D loves you. And that I appreciate you all spending February with me And let's roll into March. Let's roll into the next month, okay? And let's keep this going. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and rating, y'all. That is so important. That lets me know what I need to change. Listening on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, as well as YouTube. My name is Becky Deer in the Morning. I love you all so much, okay? And I will see you all in the morning.